I'm always looking for ways to broaden my children's horizons, and art is something I think that they just can't get enough of because it makes you ask questions and it also makes you appreciate things that other people have done. Luckily, we have a really great Institute of Arts here in Minneapolis, and we are here today, Ella and Chandler and I, with Amanda Lesnikowski. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for coming here.
So Amanda, what are we standing in front of right now?
We are in one of our Africa galleries, and so we're in front of a plank mask. So if you can imagine, someone would actually have to wear it, and it's almost as tall, if not taller, than you guys are. So it wouldn't be something easy, but it was really important to the culture that it came from. So when you walk up to a work of art, try to ignore the label. And we love answers and we love knowing why and where things come from. But the best way to start a conversation with kids is just to ask them, what do you see?
Well, it looks like a piece of art, but it's apparently a mask. And how would one wear it?
That was my question.
Why don't you go around the platform once and take a look at it from all sides.
You too, Ella. Take a look.
Oh. There's a head-shaped thing. That's what I thought was going to be behind it, but I wasn't sure. It's like...
Oh, okay. Oh. Ella, what is that?
A tiger?
Chandler, what do you think it is?
Panther.
A panther?
Speaking of which, I have a joke.
Okay.
What did the Pink Panther say when he stepped on an ant?
I don't know.
Dead ant. Dead ant.
Okay.
Good one.
Okay, so Amanda, tell me a little bit about what you do here at the Minneapolis Institute of Art.
I'm the School and Teacher Programs Coordinator. So I help the Minneapolis Institute of Art bring K-6 and high school and even university students here to the museum to learn all about our collection. But we also do a lot of work to bring parents and volunteers out of the museum and into the classroom. And so one of the programs that we run is called the Art Adventure. And parents come to the museum and they spend 2.5 hours here and they learn all about a particular set of artworks. And then they get to go into classrooms like yours and they get to learn all about it.
So if I came to your training program, how would you help me get kids excited?
At MIA, we try to inspire wonder through the power of art. And to get that sense of awe and that sense of excitement and wonder, the best thing to do is to not let the kids see it at first. And so our program sends reproductions into the school, and we always suggest that the parent sits down at their level. So whether it's a 6th grader or a kindergartner, you find a way to make yourself equal with the child. Because if they feel like you're on their level and you're sitting down with them, it's a conversation and not just a lecture.
That's a really valid point.
It is. Yes. And if you want them to get engaged and feel like they have a sense of ownership, it's nice to just have a natural conversation. And so the best thing to do is to not show them.
Not show them the piece of art yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
And you tell them that you're going to show them a work of art, but you're not going to tell them what it is. And you can do that in museum galleries as well. You can walk up to something and say, okay, I'm going to stand in front of the label. What do you think it is? And you turn the picture around, you turn the reproduction around, and you have them be quiet, which is really hard for kids. But we always say 30 silent seconds, just to closely look and to think and to keep all of their thoughts to themselves.
And take it all in. Give yourself space to take it in.
Exactly.
So get down to their level and then wait before you show them. Tell them you're going to sort of let them gather themselves.
Exactly.
And then make them be silent for 30 seconds while they really take a look at it. And this is something that I love these 3 tips are great because all these can be done in a home. Let's say you don't have a program in your school or a great museum you can go to. You can get books from the library or your local bookstore, and I could do the exact same thing, especially with like a coffee table book. You can open it up and say, okay, I just want you to look at this. So it's very accessible.
It is, and most institutions, art museums, science museums, have really wonderful online resources. So if you can't get somewhere, or if you want to visit a museum in a different state, you can go to their website and look through these digital images of their collection and do the exact same thing.
Do you think you guys can be quiet for 30 seconds?
Use this time to take a few steps back and maybe walk to the other side and come back over to my side. Maybe get a little bit closer.
What else do you teach the parents?
Open-ended questions. So it's really easy to ask yes or no questions, and we're comfortable with them. Do you like this? Yes or no. But the conversation stops when they give you their answer.
Right.
And so the best way to keep it going is to be asking those open-ended questions and to then take what the kid said to you and say it back to them. So what is it that you see here? And maybe they say a cat or a dog. You know, kids aren't always going to know, and their answer may not always be right, but that's their answer. And so you say to them, well, what do you see that makes you say that? And different children, you know, if you have more than one with you, they're gonna have different opinions and they'll feed off of one another.
Right.
Well, I see that it has whiskers, so it must be a cat. Well, maybe a different child doesn't think that they're whiskers. And so you say, okay, I hear what you're saying. What else do you see?
I see like a fluff ball and 2 girls.
What makes you say that they're girls?
Because that one has like a bow and that one has like a dress on.
Okay.
And that looks like kind of like a turkey maybe, or some bunny. Or maybe like a platter thing.
Okay.
Like a platter.
A platter? The main thing I'm taking from everything you've shared with me is if you make this a conversation with kids, you're going to spark their interest. It's a lot different. So all of those things that you've just told me are about creating conversation and not being talked at, but being talked with. And I think that is sort of the gist of it.
It's the same for adults. We all just want a conversation, not a lecture.
That's very helpful. Should we move on to something else?
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Amanda, for being with us today.
Thank you.
We're gonna do a little exploring on our own, is that okay?
Of course.
All right, let's go.
Have fun.
Go down the elevator. Oh, after we go down the elevator.
After you go down the elevator.